Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am here checking out the Black Vault with you guys. I am going to just jump right on into the game. And we are going to go into normal mode. I saw InSim play this on his stream fairly recently, and I thought it looked interesting and slightly more accessible than Welcome to the Game 1 and 2. I've wanted to play Welcome to the Game for a long time and haven't been able to because it's very unbelievably inaccessible. This is too, and I'll get into that in a minute, but it looked a little bit more accessible than Welcome to the Game.
This is Station 7 News. We begin tonight with a developing and deeply unsettling story. Over the past several nights, a growing number of individuals have been reported missing, not from public places or while travelling, but from inside their own homes. The circumstances are all the same. No signs of forced entry, no indication of a struggle, just gone. Officials have yet to identify any links between the cases. No leads, no suspects, only silence. Authorities are urging residents to remain cautious, lock your doors, keep your lights on, and stay aware, especially after dark. Several witnesses have described hearing unfamiliar sounds inside their homes shortly before the disappearances. Soft movement, distant footsteps, and in some cases, quiet breathing when no one else was present. We advise all listeners, stay aware of your surroundings. We'll continue to follow this story as it unfolds. Until then, stay safe and don't ignore the quiet.
Well, I will not be staying safe. That's for sure. Anyway, let's go on in.
Oh, a new message. Let me get inside and check it out.
A massage? No, I would love a massage. What the heck? That looks weird. Okay, there we go.
Oh, right. The security system. Gotta enter the security code into the panel on the wall.
Alright. So, let's see if I can read these numbers. 8451, I believe. Yes. Okay. So this I like. The font is all pretty big, so it's easy to see what I'm doing. However, the indicators on the doors and the window, my color vision is horrible, so I can't tell by looking at these if they're locked or unlocked. I have to actually go check the security system. So that is one accessibility issue that I found with this game, even while watching it, but especially playing it. Because yes, I did actually test this out a little bit before starting this video to see if it would be even worth recording. And we're gonna do it. I'm not gonna be trying to beat this. I'm more so just showing it off for y'all if you are interested, talk about what's accessible, what's not accessible, and show a little bit of the gameplay, but I'm not gonna be actually beating the game or even attempting to do so. But we do have messages, and this is another thing that's an accessibility issue, is the font is incredibly small. So I'm gonna do my best, but it looks like this says, "Yo dude, you gotta check this out. The Black Vault's recruiting. This is your chance to get in. They're the biggest organization on the deep web. Apparently this is their website."
The Black Vault? I've never heard that name before.
Okay, the Black Vault. You should already know who you are if you're here. If you don't, leave this page. It's not meant for you. We're currently recruiting. Apply, and then that's where you click. This is great. This screen, very high contrast. The font is fairly large, which is nice, so I can read that pretty easy, so that's nice. The font style, not necessarily like the easiest to read, but I can read this fine.
I guess I just wait now.
You'll get contacted shortly. There's no need to enter any info, as we already know everything about you. Alright. Same there. Fairly high contrast. Not quite as nice, but still okay-ish. This page is also very nice and high contrast. And dark mode, which I love, because for those of us like me who are very light sensitive, dark mode is great. So, definitely appreciate that. Again, this font style is not necessarily the easiest to read, but I can make do. Okay, so we have some links here. I'm gonna try to open up the cam view, but I have a hard time figuring out exactly where to click.
What the? They tracked me down that
Oh,
fast?
okay, well let's try to click on the messages then. Oh wait, actually I think that's still open. Yeah, that's still open, never mind. Okay. Here we go. We received your application. Your recruitment process will begin shortly. You'll be given a series of tasks you'll have to complete. You'll have to break into websites and collect information from them or perform other tasks. You only have one try. If you fail now, you may never apply again. Okay, and then I think that says Enigma, which number is written in bright red. Okay, so yeah, the font on these messages, it's super small and very hard to read, but do the best that I can. Okay, there is Enigma. Font, in bright red. Oh. Oh, 42. Let's make that sound stop, please. There we go. Okay. That's correct. Oh, I should probably check my security system again, which to get up from the chair, you right-click to get away from the computer and then right-click again to stand up. Then click on the security system and then click in the box to put in the password. Type it in, press enter. Okay. It looks like everything is still locked. And then to sit down, you click, and then click again to get into the computer. Okay. Lethal dosage. Something will be. Yeah, see, I'm gonna need to use the camera on my phone to try to read that, because I can't tell what that says. So let me try to zoom in. LD 50/30 5030. Okay. Lethal dosage. Okay. Let's see if I can find where that would be. I'm gonna try to skim this, but I can't really skim like this. This is a lot to try to read, so I'm gonna just kind of start at the beginning of different paragraphs and then go from there. but so far I'm not seeing anything. These findings are consistent. See, nope, that's 14. Learn more. Nature that lies outside of culture. Okay, so yeah, so I missed it somewhere in here, so I guess I'm just gonna need to go back and read it, unless it's somewhere in this graphic potentially. But I cannot tell. Now I'm just scanning for capital letters. See if I can find it that way. Like, something that stands out to me, basically. Because I would rather not have to read all of this, because, you know, eye strain is not exactly pleasant. And of course, I'm sure I'm scanning over this over and over and over again. So, let me see. I'm gonna scroll through the, like, finish scrolling through this looking for capital letters, and then I will use the text-to-speech app that I have on my phone to have it read all of this out loud to me. But that isn't necessarily the fastest thing to do. If, like, in later gameplay, that could very easily get me killed. So, it's not an ideal option. But it's probably going to be my only option for navigating through all of this text. Oh, okay, wait. Let's see. I saw learn more, but ow, shoot. And I didn't even bother reading what it said learn more about. Okay. So 5030 will be is there something that says okay, here we go. The related quantities LD 5030 or LD 5060 used to refer to a dose lethal 50% of the population within 30 or okay, so let's go back to here. Whoops. 50 oh my gosh, can I please click and drag? There we go. Goodness gracious. Okay. Lethal up to 30%. No, lethal. Oh, that is hard to read. I think it's this one, but let me. 50%. Okay, we're gonna try this. The font. I really should use the camera on my phone to try to read that and make sure, but I think it's this one. Correct. So let's see. I saw we had a message. Oh, okay. It just says if you don't know how to approach a task, just shoot me a message and I'll call you and help you out. Oh, I should check my security. Oh, wow. Lock all of those, please. Okay. Cognito hazard. There's a deleted image on the website. What does the cached blur image show? Okay. So then let's, oops. Okay, yeah. And go here. Find the website. See, I can navigate this list fairly easily. Okay, a deleted image. I'm gonna click continue. That word stands out to me because of the contrast. Click to proceed next. I don't know if that's a deleted image or if it's just how they, let's see. Okay, click to unblur image. Unable to connect. Okay. So then let's go back here. Let's see. Weird blue lines, green checkerboard pattern, red and green rectangles, yellow triangles. I'm pretty sure it's red and green rectangles. Again, my color vision is not great, so I know it was either red or orange and either yellow or green. So going off of process of elimination, I'm assuming that's the one. That's correct. Okay.
Shit.
Oh.
Satellite went out. I should probably grab the ladder from the backyard and go to the roof to reset it.
Okay, there we go. Come on, there we go. And you just click to pick up the ladder, click to place it whenever there's a white outline, basically, and then click to go up it or down it. And then we will reconnect. Okay, we gotta memorize the numbers. 64877. 64877. 64877. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Some of these numbers are harder to read, like the 8s and 0s. I have a hard time telling apart. But those I got luckily I got those right. I wasn't 100% sure if it was an 8 or a 0, but I got lucky, so that's nice. Now let me make sure I lock my security system. Lock and lock. Okay. Card Bay. Which credit card has the most money? Card Bay. Okay, Card Bay. Card has the most money. Oh, jeez. Okay, there we go. 1,200. Yeah, okay, that's the balance. 1,200. 3742. 89. 2,150. 5,040. 750. Oh, 10,320. Okay, then it would be, oh geez, what is that number? 8899, maybe? I think it's this one. Come on, give it to me. Pretty sure I clicked on it. Oh, maybe I didn't click on it. I thought I had. Okay. Correct. Okay. So, yeah, in this way, this is why I thought it would be more accessible than Welcome to the Game. Because I was like, oh, well, I can at least do some of these tasks. So some of them are going to be too visual, but at least I can do some of them. I thought that I could do the hacking too, but I most certainly cannot. Which I will show in a second. Okay, fetch overflow PNG from row or raw? I can't tell. Okay. Let's see, how to get files from a site. It's a little complicated. Let me call you and explain.
To access the website's files, you'll need to hack into its web server.
Oh, let me click.
Web servers are the backbone of a website. They're what keeps the site running.
I'm gonna slide my camera down because I didn't think about it blocking all of the icons over there. There we go. Hopefully that's better.
To access the web server, you'll need to find its URL. A useful tool for this is rifttrace. It will trace the original link for the website and display a bunch of important information, such as web server URL, web server IP, and more. Once you have the URL, you can just put it into Rift, and a list of files should load. If you don't have the tools, you can buy them from Darkshell. It should be on the Dark Index. That should be all. If you forget how to use the tools, you can either check out your documents folder, or message me and I'll explain it again.
Okay. So, let me see. Oh, okay, it was flow, not row or raw. Okay, dark shell.
It looks like I can buy items from this website. I'll need 8 coins for that though. You should probably ask Glitch Slayer how to get them.
Well, I can get Rift Trace already. Installed. Okay. This page is not too bad visually for me to navigate. Pretty good contrast, I feel like, for the item name and price and description and all of that. The buttons to buy them stand out pretty well also, so that's not really an issue, at least from the very limited testing that I have done, so that's nice. Okay, let's go. How to get 8 coins. Yeah, I cannot read that. That is too small and too close together. So let me get my phone to zoom in on it. Okay. A-coins are used across the entire deep web as a currency. From what I know, the Black Vault should pay you a tiny bit for every task you complete. If that's not enough, you can always use Alienweb, which is an app used for creating botnet networks. You select the tier of devices, then use alien scripts to crack them. To crack into the devices. After you crack a device, it will start generating you money, and once you think you collected enough, you can disconnect and pay out the amount you got. Simple as that. Okay, so for that we need to go here to this app. Hold on, let me dismiss that. But yeah, the thing is, like, I cannot see well enough to do these. So you basically select your tier, which I just did, and then you select a device to try and hack, and then you have to look for the word. Yeah, see, and I was rushing, so I clicked one that was incorrect. Now let me try to find it. Nope, I couldn't see. Yeah, I couldn't find it in time, and that's. Yeah, so this, yeah, I can't, you can't do that. So, anyway, yeah, that's the big issue that I have, is that I just can't, the font size is okay, like I can read the word I'm looking for, I can read that I shouldn't say real easily, because it takes me a while to read it. But the font size and contrast is good for the bigger word. But then in terms of trying to find it, like, that's just not very feasible for me. Like, not sure if I'm getting all of that. Okay, tracing. This isn't super accessible either. Like, that is a wall of text. So, like, I can kind of, come on. I can kind of use it, but like if I miss anything, I can't see what I would need to like grab to type in. Like say I grabbed all of it except for like the last letter, like if I say like got that and then copied it over, like I can't tell you what I missed. Okay, let's try that. Hopefully I didn't miss.
Directory listing disabled? Should probably ask Glitchlayer about that.
Okay, let me close that. What to do if the directory listing is disabled?
Sometimes, web servers might have directory listing disabled, which makes you unable to access the files through the URL. For that, you'll first need to use a tool called NANMAP to get the open port of a web server. NANMAP requires the server's IP address, which can be gotten from rifttrace. You'll have to remember the path it shows, and then retrace the steps on your own. Once you do that, it will give you the open port. Now that you have both the IP and the open port, you can put them into Fuzzy, which is an app that scans the server for files and directories. You can click the download button next to a file name, and it will download the file onto your PC. From there, you can just drag and drop it into the Messages app. That's about it.
Okay, so we're gonna need more software. If I can click and drag this, there we go. I do like that some of the stuff is explained over phone calls, like actual audio that I can just listen to rather than having to read it. That's really nice. And as I've seen this before, we're probably about to trigger some enemies, which is where the game becomes even more accessibility impacted. Oh, I don't think I actually have enough money. So that's gonna be an issue. Yeah, okay, so I do not have enough money, and I cannot see well enough to do any hacking, so I guess we're just gonna have to call it here. Nope. Okay. Yep, now I have one coin. So it seems like a really cool game. What I am able to do, I really enjoy, but I can't do the hacking, which is a very important mechanic for the game. I mean, there are other things accessibility-wise. Most of them I feel like I've touched on already in this video. Some of them I didn't really get to touch on because I can't really progress any further in the game because I can't hack. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the game. I really hope that the devs make the game more accessible because I would really like to play this game. I mean, like I said, I've wanted to play Welcome to the Game for a really long time, but it's even more inaccessible than this is. And it seems like the devs care about community input for this game, from what I can tell, based on the updates that they've made to the game already, just in the short time that it's been out. So I'm hoping that maybe they will put in some accessibility improvements. I love this kind of game, even though I can't see well enough to really play them. I still have spent hours watching people play Welcome to the Game, and even a decent amount of time watching people play this game. So, like, I definitely enjoy it. Even if I can't play it, I still enjoy watching people play. But I would rather play the game myself. I just can't really do that with it in its current state. I will just kind of touch on some other accessibility issues I've seen just from watching people play it. Really, the biggest one is whenever you start unlocking, or not really unlocking, but like provoking some of the enemies in the game, you have to be able to visually look at them to see if they are bald or not, which I can't tell, at least when I've watched other people play. I can't tell from looking at the screens, which I don't even think I showed them. I can at least show you the screens. But basically you are supposed to look at the screens, which, there we go, okay, to see if anyone is coming to attack you. But I can't tell. I mean, I can tell if someone is standing there, but as far as being able to tell if they're bald or not, I couldn't tell you. So that is, other than what I've shown y'all in this video, I would probably say that's really my only other accessibility issue that I can, at least that I can think of to mention. That would be like a game breaking thing. I feel like from what I've noticed, the noises that you have to listen for when enemies are coming, I feel like they're pretty loud. I don't know if there's captions for those noises too, in terms of if someone is hearing impaired. I know they have captions for like what people are saying, but in terms of if there's one for that, like enemy noises, I don't know. I do know they do have a like sound alert though that you can purchase on the computer, so if you do have a hard time hearing the enemies approaching, then they do have a sound, like motion alert basically, that you can get to make it easier. And I believe, but don't quote me on it, I believe there is a visual indicator as well, but I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely still recommend checking out the game for yourself. It's not super expensive. I think it was like $7 and some change, if I remember correctly, at the time that I purchased it. Even though I can't really progress any further, I still am glad I purchased the game and checked it out and made this video for y'all, and I am still holding out hope that eventually I will be able to play it in the future. Just not right now. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. If you have played the Black Vault yourself, I would love to know your opinions on accessibility and on just the game itself, because we really didn't get to show off any of the spooky aspect of it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!